Hey, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Resurrection. This is the 10th and final campaign mission of the Resurrection DLC called Oranu Sunset. Let's hear some context of in-game talkie-talkie.
Galactica Actual. I am Lachesis. You struggle against an immutable future. The might of the Cylon Empire collects within striking distance of your beating hearts. Yet you still pull apart your homes, looking for one more rock you can carve into a primitive blade. I will not ask for surrender. I have attempted warfare, both lawful and not. My weapon would have healed every disorder you have inflicted on God's lands. But like cockroaches, you will not go quietly. Your continued resistance has triggered contingencies within Cylon Command. His will is no longer manifest in me. I would rather find glory for him in combat than subservience under another. You, too, should consider death a preferable alternative than what is to come. I await Galactica's arrival above Oranu.
Okay, so there you have it. We're coming down to actually get into battle with Lachesis, the Cylon commander that's been a pain all the way through Season 1. Yes, it's time to get the Galactica back in here and the Battlestar Galactica group BSG 75 and let him have it. Well, we'll see how that goes. And, of course, because I haven't encountered one so far, it'll be the new, I think it's Cerates class Battlestar, which would be really good. No, the Cratus. It's the Cratus Battlestar, because the Cerates is something else. So I'm going to rock in there with the Jupiter 1 and Jupiter 2, a Minerva Battlestar as well, and the frigate. Now, currently as we're dropping in, you can see there, the Oranu Sunset in Geminon. We've got a few Cylon marks. We've got the big guns, we've got the dual missiles of the Minerva. I've got a nuke on the Adamant as well, just in case. Going to make sure we got some Taipan fighters. Probably good to have, at least some Taipan fighters as well, and a nuclear warhead, just in case things get a little bit hairy. Because I'm sick and tired of these Argos-type base stars shooting nukes at my battle stars, and then me finally buying the farm right at the end of a mission. It really is frustrating. So here we go. Oranu Sunset, let's jump in.
Cylon marks are present. All due respect, sir, this is straight out of the Yard playbook. They swear it'll be a fair one-on-one. All the while, they've got their whole squad waiting around the corner.
That has been my experience as well. As the ambusher, obviously. There's no such thing as a fair fight.
This whole venture is the posturing of a brawler with nothing left. Either Lachesis survives long enough to be replaced, or it goes out in glory. The Admiralty agrees that we avail the robot of its dying wish. Engage the enemy.
Right, okay, all the talkie-talkie is over now. Let's get in it. Let's launch them Vipers. Let's get the missiles out. So say we all and all the rest of it. Right, okay then. Right, so let's maneuver. We're going to take out those two straight away. I anticipate that the other two, or other three, top of the screen, that's going to be where Lachesis is. But I want to take those out first. Make sure I'm not going to get any stray missiles coming up the Jaxi. So let's maneuver. Yeah, we've got a Revenant that's revealed itself now. So we're going to use big guns. Use the big guns to take that out. We've got all our planes in the air.
Confirmed squadron target.
We're going to set our squadron to go and reveal the Cylon that hasn't revealed itself yet. So our planes are going to get ourselves over there. Revenant is not going to go down without a fight. Missiles are coming in from the top right-hand side.
Start taking hits.
Do the Cylon's motivations not bother you, sir? Attempted genocide, suicidal last stands. I do not believe any god.
But, you know, so far so good. I think we're in good shape for this. So if you've been enjoying the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Resurrection series, do me a favour. A like and a subscribe on YouTube does go an awful long way. So does hitting that notification icon to let you know when I'm putting more videos of Battlestar Galactica Deadlock as it's released, or actually before it's released, if I get the press packs again, on YouTube. So that'd be really appreciated.
Each other, let alone anyone else.
External strife comes
So again,
from
we've got,
internal
you know,
crises not
a bit of
yet
talky
confronted.
going on.
For all their talk of service to a higher power, the Cylons have yet to display the ability for introspection.
Sometimes it
That
tends to
makes for an
slow the
unpredictable
action
hope.
down. I'm not sure whether I'd like a full motion video sequence instead of just that one thing popping on the screen. I think, having an FMV sequence acting this out would be better. It'd be more, I think it'd be more sort of like episodic and more in tune with the series, cutting back and forth between the battle and what effectively is a story-rich environment. So there you go. We've got some missiles coming in towards the Minerva. They hate those Minervas, those Cylons. They're going to take them out straight away. We're going to engage some flak. All our planes are elsewhere. Our fighter squadron has taken out the Cylon threat on the left-hand side. We're going to swing around now and engage head-on those Cylons that have been firing all their missiles
I'm on it, Commander.
at my Battlestar Galactica BSG 75 fleet. So, got some flak going on. We're going to make sure our planes stay out of the way and swing around. We're going to swing those Battlestars around. Send the fighters in, which are faster, more manoeuvrable. They're going to be able to identify the Cylon ships. We're going to go into the Revenant in place. Oh, look at that. That is going to be the Cratus Battlestar, everybody. That's where Lachesis is. You can see it's adopting more of the
Greatest contacts. I told you.
Basestar
Lachesis is not going to go out alone.
design of what we see
And
in the
neither will
Wrong
we.
War
Send the signal out, Lieutenant.
reimagination.
We'll have reinforcements of our own soon enough.
Bit of story coming in now. Right, so quite an aggressive looking ship. It's got guns, all the missiles. It's going to be launching raiders, but we're going to try and take that out. But what we're going to do, we're going to try and take out initially the ships around it, so we can swing the Battlestars around and then use the big guns to take it out. Now they've already taken out one of my Battlestars, the Minerva. Yeah, but I've still got my Jupiter 1, Jupiter 2, and my little Adamant. Now, so far, I reckon we can take them. If anybody else jumps in, we're not going to be able to take them. So we're going to fire some rockets from the Raptors. We're going to get the Taipans in there as well. And then once the rockets have been fired, we're going to recall our Raptor craft. They're going to rearm. And then we're going to send them back out to give more rocket and missile support. So end turn. See our fleet of ships are in there.
Missiles incoming.
Giving the Cheesis a right old pasting. We're taking a right old pounding on the Galactica. On the right side of the Galactica. Let's get some flak on the go. More missiles coming in as well from the left hand side, which I hadn't seen. So more Cylons have jumped in that way. We've already been told, well, hold the line, reinforcements are coming. This would be interesting, and I've always maintained that you should be able to call in reinforcements for a cost. This is now part of this particular battle, and I think if Slim great. Okay, so the flak's taking out some of those missiles. Good stuff. There's a Nemesis down there trying to hack our Battlestar.
Lachesis, your life is no longer yours to throw away. Come to me. Ours will be as God wants it to be.
Atropos.
And a new Cylon on board.
By your command.
So say we all.
So our fighter craft making themselves a right-o nuisance around that Cratus Basestar of Lachesis.
I'm on it, Commander.
A new Cylon's jumped in.
Battlestar is taking damage.
This could be a tactical retreat on the Cylon side. Yep, we've still got our flak field going from the Galactica. That's taking out the torpedoes that are being fired directly at us.
More Dratus contacts.
More Cylons
All
jumping
hostile.
in.
Hold out a little longer.
The command Basestar has jumped from the engagement zone.
Clean up the remaining forces.
Lachesis
may
has
have
done a
fled,
runner.
but we can at least give Geminon a clear sky.
And we're now here to take Geminon back. So it's taking back the 12 colonies from Cylon occupation. So it's now turned from eliminate Lachesis to eliminate all hostile forces.
Confirmed
So
squadron
we're going to
target.
send our planes down to the left to engage
Yes, Commander.
those 2 Cylons. And get that adamant in there as well. Hopefully they'll send some decent ships for reinforcements. So some smaller Cylon ships now. Thankfully not what I was expecting. Torpedoes coming in.
Jupiter is taking damage.
Flak field from Galactica still holding off the
Dratus contacts.
munitions.
Friendly IFFs.
Oh,
About
and here's
time
the
Feds
cavalry.
showed up.
So what have we got? A couple of Minotaurs, an Adamant, and a Ranger. Well, they could have sent a Battlestar, couldn't they? You know, this is Battlestar Galactica, not Minotaur Galactica, or Adamant Galactica, or Ranger Galactica. So all of a sudden, our fleet command points have increased.
Jupiter is taking damage.
Still using the flak. Loads of missiles coming in. We're going to try and get those Cylons in a pincer movement. Use the big guns of the
Friendly
Jupiters
squadron
now
is dark.
to take out the Cylons that have revealed themselves. Whilst the reinforcement
Yes, Commander.
colonial strike group are going to come in and address those Cylons from the right hand side. So we've got the boosters on. Try and close the gap
Yes,
a bit
sir.
quicker. Going to launch all our squadrons as well. Get the planes in the air. Of course, the Adamant's got a squadron, nobody else has.
Battlestar is taking damage. Adamant is taking damage.
So there you go, that's a Cylon ship down. Great. Take out that Nemesis there, by the look of it. No, it's a Phobos, I do beg your pardon. Select target. Let's take him out. Now with the Lachesis and the other Cylon that's been revealed, now out of the system, it's a case of just mopping up the Cylon ships that we've got. So at the Ascension, the Jupiter Mark 1, we're going to move them round. We're going to
Hostile
use
unit
reinforcements now to start engaging. We've identified
Missiles
one unit.
incoming.
Not too bothered
Jupiter
about
is
this.
taking damage.
Flak screen still taking out the missiles that they're firing. We're going to turn our attention to that Nemesis now. And take the rest of them out. All in all, we got a glimpse of that Cratus Basestar. I was kind of hoping for a bit more of a grandiose battle, this being mission 10 of 10 voice-acted campaigns.
Jupiter is taking damage.
A little bit disappointed. Yes, it puts the Colonials on a strong footing. For once, because we've kind of been on the back foot all the way through, and it's been some quite hard missions here. But for an end mission, you know, it seems like it could have been a bit more difficult, I think. Or, you know, or there could have been more units on the screen. Lots of debris, though. We're going to get some missiles fired off towards that Nemesis. Perhaps you should cancel that and just use turrets. Be a waste of missiles. The rest of the Colonial fleet coming in now, taking out those Cylon warships. Still
Yes,
got
sir.
our Vipers in the air.
Hostile
Adamant's
unit
taking a bit
identified.
of a pounding.
Jupiter is taking damage.
Still got its nuclear warhead. Perhaps you should use our nuclear warhead and take out that that Cylon strike force. Or perhaps use conventional guns. Well, we're going to fire our missiles from the Ranger at that Cerebus class. Going to move some ships out the way. Again, the big guns of the Minotaur are great, and pound, able to pound, but it does lack, perhaps, say, a small missile silo on that.
I'm on it, Commander.
Going to move the frigate, the Adamant, around, and then position
Commander.
the Battlestars so they can bring their bigger guns into play. So yeah, a good mission. Just hoping for a little bit more, really. Bit of an anticlimax, I would say.
Battlestar
Galactica's taking a couple of hits. They're all pounding. Missiles going in. Send that Minotaur off to engage the Cylon. That is doing a big runner on the right hand side. Focus some fire and get these taken out.
So say we all.
Again, I'm not too worried about not completing this because we have the amount of ships and firepower. All we've got to do is protect Galactica at this stage.
Jupiter is taking damage.
It's taking quite the hit. The Ascension Battlestar, not so much. So Cylon down. A few minor adjustments now. Take that remaining Cylon ship out. Swing around, by which time the Minotaur should have taken the other one out. And that
all
then
Cylon
will be
ships
it.
Have been destroyed.
Saving battle, we've completed it.
We made that
All
toaster
Cylon
run,
ships
didn't
have
we?
been destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't
Set
so
fleet to
bad
condition 2
for
and start cleanup. We'll have time to celebrate after.
the end of the
Is
campaign.
there
I
anything
say I was
to
hoping to get a
celebrate
bit
here,
more.
sir? We've just confirmed a third IL is now active in Cylon Command.
Let
As
our
they
people
say, there's
have
a
their
new
victory, Sergeant.
IL unit
No doubt
in
we've got
play.
difficult times ahead of us. We'll take the wins where we can.
So exactly, what are we going to see next time? Let's view the battle replay. I'll be quiet all the way through this, and then we'll come back at the end and see how it goes. Thanks very much for watching though. I've been Ricardo. This has been Battlestar Galactica Deadlock and the final campaign in a 10 mission campaign. That's been close. We've seen the Cratus Basestar. We've seen Lachesis being brought back under heel by a new IL unit that supersedes him. At the end of this FMV sequence, we're going to play the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Resurrection ending FMV. So stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching. Check out the videos. See you.
Nothing but the ring.
first sergeant was right. Once you look behind the curtain, you realize there isn't much to celebrate. Lachesis was a destructive force, but it was also a known factor. This third IL disrupts everything we've known about the war for the last 5 years. Our one consolation? The new arrival is as much an upheaval for Cylon Command as it is for us. We suspected their hierarchy was unstable, but the intel leaks cemented the theory. For what it's worth, I don't believe Clothos leaked those recordings to us. As much as those ILs bickered, it'd take a lot more than a couple of arguments about God to force a betrayal like that. So for now, we continue what we're already doing. Keep Galactica in the air. Beat back the Cylons one battle at a time. Keep our people back home safe. Whoever's leaking that intel, they'll show their face. Eventually.